This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of July 18, 2022. The skies have been encouraging a lot of touchiness lately, a lot of sensitivity, crawling inside your shell and trying to hide from the world, or perhaps venturing out with your shell more guarded and guarding than you usually allow. For a lot of people, the place to be has been home, however you define it, and sometimes the way to get there is through food. So taking comfort in food of some sort is another theme of what's been going on. The Sun and Mercury have been traveling in the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon and always stirs issues of home, nurturing, families, babies, mommy, tradition, and of course, did I mention food? Our basic mode of expression has been there, so have our information flow, our communications, our own mode of communicating. And that continues until the middle of the week when first Mercury and then by the weekend the Sun move into the sign of Leo. Look at me, Leo, and we all kind of come back alive. Come back online, crawl out of the little holes in which we have been taking comfort and shelter for the past week or so, come back roaring after the impact of the Capricorn full moon with Pluto right there in attendance, bringing up uncomfortable issues, themes, phobias, fears, truths, secrets. And with that exposure starting to dissipate their role in our lives. The nurturing, sensitive overtones are not going away completely. However, because right before Mercury and then the Sun make this shift in their mode of expression, Venus moves into Cancer. Venus, goddess of love, money, and creativity, ruler of all we value, and the one who calls the tune for our social dance. When Venus moves into Cancer, all our interactions move into its mode. Maybe a little more touchy, maybe a little more emotionally expressive, maybe a little more nurturing, more focused on being with family, blood and chosen, and maybe more focused on how we nurture and nourish each other. So the role of, oh, did I say this, food continues to be really big. As Venus makes this shift, which happens on the 20th, we have some expansiveness possible about our sense of ourselves. The Sun is in an easy flow with Neptune, which you can look at as the cosmic fog machine, the bringer of illusion and magic and fantasy, or perhaps also a higher perspective on everything. So you might get some big glamorous view of yourself. You might experience yourself in a broader, more expansive way. You might treat yourself to a big dose of compassion and forgiveness and understanding, and then use that as fuel for being really kind and nurturing to all the people who are important to you, maybe even to people that you just come in contact with. And also, as we are waiting for this gear shift to happen, we do get a fair amount of distance on everything that surfaced last week, all the discomfort, all the monsters, all the secrets, all the revelations, all of the releasing and purging that we underwent when Mercury and the Sun oppose Pluto in Capricorn. And because the United States is a Cancer nation, and we do have Mercury in Cancer as well in the July 4th chart, some of this long-distance view is going to involve recent and current events. Mercury moves into Leo on the 19th. The energy level starts to amp up. People are talking more. They're more flamboyant. They're more attention-getting. Information could be more playful, more fun. Communications could be more playful, more fun. And again, Communications could move into a lot more drama and grandeur, and everything is on a huge scale. And this shift isn't going to be entirely comfortable with the nurturing vibe that's still in the air with the sun in Cancer, the nurturing vibe that's being furthered by Venus having moved into Cancer. Some things in your relationships are not going to dovetail easily with your running around wanting validation, wanting people to notice you, everybody wanting everyone to notice themselves. The sun moves into Leo on the 22nd, and the energy level gets even hotter, more exuberant, more expressive. And then the noise level goes up as well. Mercury in Leo trines bigger is better, Jupiter in Aries on the 23rd. Nobody's holding back, least of all you. Everyone's got something to say. Everyone's got an agenda to push. Everyone has a lot that they want to pass on, that they're talking about. There could be a streak of argumentativeness in this. A lot of the thoughts and the information and the communications might have to do with aggressive behavior that has occurred. Many topics that have been in front of the collective could be involved. More importantly, what this means for you is very exuberant, enthusiastic, high energy thoughts and information and communication, and putting yourself out there, whatever there means to you, in incredibly bold and expressive ways. Home is still your safe place, however you define it. Maybe that's just inside yourself. Your friends may be your safe place. People around you may be your safe place. Family may be your safe place. But that's a place you go to refresh yourself and to nourish yourself, and not a place you're hanging out in much anymore. Even if your body is staying basically within your own four walls, your mind and your mouth and your messages are going out, out, out into the world. Homing thought of the week. Look at me. Song of the week, I've Gotta Be Me. Sammy Davis Jr. is one version. And the image of the week is sparks flying out of a roaring fire. You'll learn more about this from my forecast for July, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list, listen to my weekly podcasts like this one, and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this week, my guest is, once again, Donna Woodwell, with whom I always have a lively and fun conversation. And we are talking about astrology and Kabbalah and tarot. Oh, my. I also host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.